Hello and welcome back, guys. In this video we are starting a new playlist. I will be making videos on how to solve almost all the important lead code problems. This will help you to get into any FANG, any startup that you want to get into, or any product based company that you're looking to join. So I'm gonna start off with very easy videos and then we'll head on to like hard videos, dynamic programming and trees or whatever. So we'll start off with that, but this video I'm gonna take a very easy question, which is two number sum question. I hope that you like this video, and if you're new here, please do subscribe. Check out my channel. It's a completely programming channel. You can get everything that you want to learn over here. Yeah, do check it out and let me know how it is. Let's just go ahead and let's solve the problem. So the first problem that we will be taking will be taking a look is called a two number sum problem. Okay, so I have already written the solution, but I am not gonna tell you to pause this and write the question, because I'm gonna explain you how I've solved it and how you should solve this question. All right, so the question is pretty simple. I'm going to go to the whiteboard. The question is pretty simple. There is an array. All right, so there is an array. Okay, there is an array and there is a value called sum. Okay, so if you see this array is like of 4 elements. The minimum number of elements that it can have is like 2, but in this case, in this particular example, we have like 4 elements, and it gave us a sum. So the question, the thing that we want to solve is that we want to find 2 elements from this array which is equal to this particular sum. So when you look at the array in this example, the answer would be 2, 7. How would that happen, Seth? So that would happen by 2, which is 2, and plus 7 is equal to 9. So the formula of this is essentially something like this. So the formula is ARR of I, okay, plus ARR is like, array is equal to sum. If this is the case, then we return, then we essentially return I, j. Okay, I'm sorry about my handwriting, but I'm sure you know this is I, j. Okay, so this is the whole formula for your question. Okay, so now let's look at the way that we would solve this. So what I will do is that I will just copy this particular array and I will paste it over here. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in this and I will minimize this. Okay, all right, so cool. So if you see this, so I am actually gonna remove this. Okay, so this is an array. Okay, and then the way that we would solve this is by taking I. Okay, we would essentially take a I, okay, and we will take a j. Okay, this is what we will do. We'll take an I and we'll take a j, and then what we will do is that we will try to match this thing with the formula that I've shown you. The formula that I've shown you is this one. So let me just copy this and paste it over here, and let me increase the size of it. So the formula is pretty simple. Like I said, array of I plus j. So we'll substitute this and we'll check. So when you look at this gives the answer right away, but let's think about like if we did not get the answer. So if we did not get the answer, suppose if 7 and 2 is something over here, if 7 is over here, so suppose that 7 is somewhere over here, and we have 11 over here. So we take the 7 and we put it over here. So if this is the case, then what would happen is that we would just need to increment this j, and we'll put the formula again. So every time we are moving j to plus 1 and in its position, we would just do this. We will apply this formula and check if we got the answer. So suppose for whatever reason, if we did not get the answer, then we will move it forward. Let me just write 9 over here for the viewers who are just joining. Yeah, let me just write 9 over here. Okay, cool. So yeah, So like I said, if we did not find the answer, we'll move it forward. So what would happen if we reach to the end? So what we would do is that we would move I, okay, we would just move I forward, okay, we move I forward, I is equal to I plus 1, and then we would move j is equal to I plus 1. So whatever I is, it will be a plus 1 of that. Okay. Now, eventually, what would happen is that j would end up over here and I would end up over here. Okay. If this is the condition, then that means you have reached the end and there are no conditions over here. There are no possible answers over here. And then you can just return an empty array. You can just return an empty array over here. All right. So like I said, this is the problem, and the way that we would solve is just by using I and j. Just so you guys know, there are many other ways to solve it. You can use double for loops, but I'm showing you a new way to solve this. Okay, I believe this would be very memory efficient. But okay, let's move forward. Let's look at the solution. So I have written the code so that I save a lot of time. So what we would do is that we will just do I is equal to 0 and j is equal to I plus 1. Like I said over here, we would start off with this position. I is equal to 0 and j is equal to, oh, I hope I get the j. So assume that this is j because I don't have the pointer. I think I'll bring the pointer. Okay, cool. So this is the position that we are assuming. And then first we'll check if the length of nums is equal to 2. If you look at the question, it starts with 2. So then the minimum number of length will be 2. So that's how it will be. And what we would do is that we would just try to solve this by, while I is less than nums of -1. So we'll loop through the whole array until I reaches the end, or we can do -2, but we'll just leave it in this way. And I would also check if I reaches till the end. If I essentially reaches over here, then that means there are no possible solutions and we can return empty array. Okay. So now the other condition would be if j is greater than length of nums -1, which is like j. Suppose if j is in the end, what would happen? Like I said, what would happen is that we will do I plus 1 is equal to 1. So we will just increment I plus 1 and we would do j is equal to I plus 1. That is what I did over here. And then we'll apply the formula. We'll apply this formula, and then right after every while loop, right after this base condition check, we will apply this formula and check if we find a solution, we'll just return the 2 elements right away. And then, like I said, after every loop, we would just increment j. So j will just get incremented again and again and again till it reaches the end, and it will move to this formula, and that will happen. And eventually, you'll be able to find a solution. So that's how you solve this particular problem. There are many ways to solve it. Like I said in the beginning, I am using this condition. Like I said, I have solved it. So you can just press submit or run or whatever. Yeah. I don't think it will be runtime good with runtime, but it will be, I believe it will be very good with some memory. Like I said, it beat 98.91% users with Python. So on memory side, but yeah, cool. So I think this is a solution. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video. If you guys like this video, do comment, subscribe, and let me know how was the video. And yeah, thank you so much guys. See you all guys in the next video. Till then, goodbye and take care.